And coming up next, it's a UFC welterweight division matchup. All right, so here's the former UFC welterweight champion. They also call him the Chosen One, Tryron Woodley. Knocked out Robbie Lawler in 2016 to first win the belt, held it for several years, and still has the credentials as one of the best 170-pound fighters on this roster.
A-plus athlete is Tryron Woodley. A guy that can explode into his strikes and into his takedowns like no one we've ever seen before. The way that he backpedaled and then knocked out Jay Heron was unbelievable. The way that he just flatlined Josh Koscheck was crazy. He has a right hand that you do not want to be on the receiving end of. Tryron Woodley is truly a special, special fighter.
He has had some issues injury-wise with that right hand. He told us before the fight, 100% coming in tonight.
When you punch that hard, John,
right,
you're gonna have some problems with the right hand.
I cannot speak to that, but I will take your word for it.
John's got power.
A little power. All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC, and if anyone is well-equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fights.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 19 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, USA, Tryron, the Chosen One, Woodley. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 12 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, Khamzat Chimaev. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Mergliotta.
Dan Mergliotta, your referee.
You ready? Ready?
All right, so the fight is underway. We will see how it plays out. It's a pick'em fight according to Las Vegas, and really hard to think of a weakness that we have seen on film from either guys in their UFC careers.
I feel like both of these guys are the top of the food chain. They're the best of the best that we can put inside the octagon. They are so well-rounded. They have every skill, and that is going to be on display tonight in this key matchup.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up?
Lands a big right hand early. Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transitions.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Oh, useful strike on the ground, that was.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here. There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch, he goes parallel right next to his opponent. When it's time to finish.
And he's out. 90 seconds to go. Woodley gets up. He is back on the feet. Looked like he was a hip toss as he takes him down. Now we'll see what he can do.
Right into side control.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long.
He loaded up on that right hand, too. Ooh, what a punch.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Oh, nicely done to block the strike and counter with the jabs. The combination lands for him. It was hard to see a miss in that sequence. He's put it all together.
I mean, everything is just flowing. It's like in a zone, like a basketball hoop becomes twice the size. This guy today is looking at focus mitts in his opponent. Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
Okay, round two, you ready? You ready?
Second round underway. Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch. An uppercut later.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. How good is that right hand? Woodley's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here from bottom.
Let's go, finish this guy.
As he gets close and he's out of the kicking range, he'll change his stance.
Oh, spinning back fist. He didn't telegraph that one at all. Oh, collar tie. Oh, and now the underhook, DC.
He's got the underhook, he's got the far side post. If you're the opponent, you have got to get out of here. Look at how he turned his hip into that leg kick.
Now, oh, and a quick entry.
Great single entry, rotates the high crotch, is taking it for a ride.
All right, under 3 minutes now to go in round two. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Well, you know I don't like the gi, but
he's going to start looking to try to attack a rear naked choke, and that's exactly what he's doing.
His opponent's got double hooks in, now under the chin.
It's starting to get deep.
Take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Woodley calling a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 10 seconds of round number 2. For the winner by submission, Khamzat Chimaev!
Well, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by way of submission, and they put so much stock into finishing this fight. They felt like to really spin his career forward, they needed to not just win, but get the finish, and they certainly got it tonight.
They got the finish. He's such a terrific grappler. Every time he is on his back, he looks for submissions over and over again. Eventually, he found one tonight and got the desired result.
PlayStation